Okay, to start with, everybody can just do some breathing, just in and out breathing, just sort of relax your entire body. Now, we're going to see all of us and yourself inside a giant pyramid. That's where we're going to do the group healing. So we're going to do it inside a giant pyramid. Very, very big pyramid. Whatever color comes to mind, you can make it that color. And then get a sense of what the inside of that pyramid is like. And you can do some visualization, whether you want to see crystals in there. It's actually such a big pyramid. I like to see it with some nature in it, some waterfalls, even a fire going, crystal bed set up to lay on. Now, this giant pyramid is in the very center of a Metatron's cube, that sacred geometry. So we're going to imagine a Metatron's cube that's probably about the size of a planet, and that pyramid is in the very center. It's okay if you don't know what that looks like or anything, just hold the intention. And now, even outside of the Metatron's cube, we're going to create a giant sphere, a huge ball, and that ball on the outside is going to have the flower of life pattern around it. So this big sphere is, I don't know, size of a solar system even. It's huge. When I was shown to do this earlier too, my higher self relayed the phrase unified source field. So doing that creates some sort of unified source field, which I'm not entirely sure what that does, aside from just really keep it a sacred space and really unify us in that energy. But now we got such a big space, all of the guides, everybody can fit in there. Looks like we got a couple other people that joined. If you just joined, we just created a pyramid. We're inside a huge pyramid for the healing, and that's where the healing will take place. And then inside, the pyramid is inside the very center of a giant Metatron's cube. And then outside of the Metatron's cube is a giant ball of light with the flower of life pattern around it. And now I want to bring our attention back to inside the pyramid and get situated in there. And the rest of we're going to be bringing in some various energies and doing some things. If you get any flashes or you feel like you get some images or feel like you want to come back to something because you're not going to have time to explore it, place a ball of light in that space. Like say you got an image or you're talking to a being and we're moving on, just place a ball of light there. And then at the end of the meditation, when we have time to ourselves, you can put your intention on returning to that ball of light and then just return right back into that to continue where you left off. The first thing I want to do now is to have everybody go within themselves. And it's all right if you don't see, you can just put intention and feel. But we're going to find our inner childs first. So put intention on finding your inner child. I'm not going to say an age or anything, whatever that inner child looks like or feels like to you. And you can imagine yourself with the inner child right in front of you now. And what we're going to do is we're going to invite the inner child to come into the pyramid with us and be around us. So we're bringing the inner child out into the session. And I've found doing this can actually increase the information I receive, or even images I get and visions. It's good to just bring that out, because then it helps look at these things like we're just playing and having fun, which is really what it's all about. And I give another 10 or 20 seconds for everybody to do that. Okay, at this time, we're going to send roots down into the earth. You can see those roots and a stream of light go all the way into the core of the planet, the crystal core. And once you connect to the core of the earth, we're going to bring that energy back up. And we're going to connect it to the earth chakra below the feet. And we're going to go through each of the chakras. When we get to each chakra, just visualize or imagine like a flower bulb that starts growing and blooming into a full flower. And then once it's bloomed, it's going to start spinning and generating energy. So now you can imagine and visualize, put intention that that's happening to your earth chakra, the brown one. Now it's coming up into the root chakra, and the same thing. Imagine that bulb opening up, blooming into a full flower. And then get that one spinning too. We're going to move on to the sacral chakra, bring the energy up into the sacral. And then get that flower bloomed and spinning. And what this is doing too is it's once the spin happens, it's also spinning out everything that's no longer serving your highest good. Move up to the solar plexus chakra and do the same thing. I saw somebody was using like a sunflower for that one. Now bring that energy up into the heart chakra and do the same thing. See that flower bloom and then start spinning. I like to really expand my heart chakra. That's the one I really like to make big too. So that feels right to you. You could even just visualize that flower growing in size too, expanding out. And we're going to go up to the throat chakra, do the same. See that light blue flower. It's some sort of like a hook, like a fishing line hook I saw come out of somebody's throat chakra. Move on to the third eye chakra. Get that indigo blue flower. Okay, move on to the crown chakra at the very top of the head. I would see in both like a royal purple and also more of like the violet purple, both of those colors. Now we're also gonna, now just kind of all at the same time in a very short little time frame, we're gonna open up and do the same thing with the 4 chakras above the crown. So you don't need to know the colors or anything like that or the names, just sort of visualize 4 chakras above your crown and flowers blooming in all 4 of those, and then opening up and spinning them. I'm going to give a little time for each person to do that. Well, a couple people are getting a lot of energy coming in to open up their soul star chakra. That'll help bring more of your higher self and soul energy down into your fields. Yeah, seeing like a lot of like glittering and sparkling types of energy in those ones. Now we're going to take all of that energy up through the chakras, all the way up through the upper ones, and we're going to bring all of that and connect it into our sun. So keep traveling up and up and up. Connect to our sun. Okay, now start bringing the energy down from the sun, but stop a little bit right there. And we're going to pull in two more stars to bring down with that energy. We're going to pull in the Pleiadian blue star energy and the Arcturian orange-red star energy. And when we pull in these energies, we're also going to ask the Pleiadians and the Arcturians to, whatever they want to give us, downloads, healing, they're going to infuse into those 2 streams of star energy. And we're going to bring all those energies and downloads down. So start doing that now. Good, yep. And really feel those come down through the upper chakras and into your crown. Really feel those energies. You might have some tingling on the top of your head too. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that one. Now bring those energies all the way down through all the chakras. And we're gonna bring them all, that energies all the way back down into the core of the planet. And then we're gonna connect that to the core and bring the energies back up again and through the feet, through the energy systems. And then make sure when you bring it up this time, those energies, bring the energy up through your spine. The energy goes all the way up your spine. And when it gets to the top of your spine, that Kundalini tube, the top of the Kundalini, it's gonna just connect back to source. And from here, I just want to give everybody about a minute to sit in those energies, to sit in and receive and feel into those downloads. And then we'll continue from there. Okay. Now we're gonna work, well, they're already here, but we're gonna work with Archangel Michael, the angels, the Elohim. Just feeling into their energy right now, kind of calling them in, making sure they're present. Okay, now if you can, just visualize and put intent that these huge, like Elohim beings are standing around you in a big circle. Just really huge beings of light. And you can also visualize Archangel Michael, wave to him if you want. And just imagine there's so many angels around, hundreds, thousands of angels. And really feel that energy. And now we're gonna bring that energy down through the upper chakras. All of these beings are sending these energies to us. Feel that come in through your fields. And fill out your entire auric field, your energy bodies, chakras, everything with these angelic downloads and codes and energies. Like even the huge beings around you in a circle are holding their hands straight out, palms facing you, and they're just shooting beams of energy and healing into you from all sides. Really feel that energy get more intense. And now with this energy that's flowing through you, this angelic energy, feel and visualize, put intent that these big angelic wings are coming out of your back. These big wings. And now you can even see yourself as an angel, like you're embodying that angelic energy with your wings. You can even picture a halo above you if you want. Now with these wings, go ahead and fly around a little bit. Feel yourself flying, levitating. Kind of have some fun with it. Fly around where you're at. The beings are still sending energy into you, but that's all right. Just keep having fun with it for a little bit. I think Archangel Michael's trying to be funny. Getting a lot of laughter exchanges from him. Yeah, feeling a lot of joy frequencies, laughter. Really feel into those. We're going to move on. So if you want to come back to this moment and play around more and receive some guidance, leave a ball of light, and then you can return to it later when we're done. You'll have plenty of time to explore. Okay, now we're going to take all of those energies we just brought in, and we're going to send some of it down into the earth around where you're at, your physical location. Kind of send it into the ley line, whatever one's closest to you. But mostly, I'll give you a second to do that. Yeah, there it goes. And now we're going to send these energies, these codes, downloads to everybody on the planet. We're going to send it through the entire collective consciousness. So how you can tap into that energy is you can picture a big pool of water, like a lake or something like that, and then go ahead and like dive into that lake, into that water, and that represents the collective consciousness. When we do that, we're going to send the energy. The energies are just going to kind of automatically start filling up that lake, sending those codes to everyone, everything, anybody that's willing to accept it. We're not forcing anything on anybody, only people that are ready. And for everybody else, they'll always be there for them whenever they do decide to go for it. You could even try to picture, you know, everybody on the planet receiving it too. You want to see it a different way. And that's a good way if you ever are doing energy work or readings, even card readings or something like that, and you want to tap into the collective consciousness and see what the energies are like. You can do that visualization, go into the pool or lake, and then pull the cards and do the reading or healing. Okay, good. Now we're gonna kind of bring things back a little bit into the present moment where you're at physically too, before we move on to the next thing. And you can do this by just putting all of your attention on your feet and really feel the ground, really feel the floor. If you're wearing shoes, socks, anything like that, just feel through the socks so you can still feel. And then kind of ask yourself what the floor is made out of. Is it carpet? Is it concrete, hardwood? Whatever it's made out of, feel that too. And now with your feet, feel the entire floor of the space you're in, the room you're in. Okay, good. That brought us back a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna go back in within yourself again. So kind of picture like a pinpoint in the very center of your being. And that little pinpoint's getting bigger and bigger until you get inside your heart center, in the very center of your being. Now, what we're going to do is I want you to, this is really going to be a feeling thing, a very, very strong, powerful feeling. I want you to imagine that just a few moments ago, every single thing you've ever wanted to manifest, every dream you've ever had, anything you wanted to do in your life, everything just came through. All of it just happened. You have infinite amounts of money. You can travel the world. You have the freedom. And really, I want you to feel into that. Like you really just came into all of that. Because how would that feel? Wouldn't you be so excited? Like even adrenaline is running through your body with the excitement and joy. You don't need to bring thought into it necessarily, say all the things you dream about or anything like that, but more focus on the feeling. Really feel that in your present moment. Feel that joy, the excitement, like you're just dancing around. You're so happy all this just happened. And it doesn't have to be material things either. It can be, the dream of ascending, being in loving yourself completely, being in that present moment, connected to all. And I want to give everybody a good minute or two to really keep generating these feelings and feel it. I mean, really and feel the high frequency emotional energy like joy flowing through your body. And definitely gratitude, because how grateful would you be if every single thing that you've ever wanted and tried to manifest all came true? And now it's there for you. You can visualize your inner child too, dancing around you. Keep feeling it, just the joy and excitement, the freedom, the peace. Now, what we're going to do in the very center of your being, we're going to bring this feeling, all of these energies, this, like every manifestation you've ever had came through, and you're just so happy. We're going to bring those energies and we're going to create a pyramid in the center of you. It can be any color that you want. If you don't want to use a pyramid, you can do some other shape, but we're going to go ahead and do a pyramid as the example. And now this pyramid, we're going to attach a big anchor to it. This is in the very center of your being. And what this is going to do is it's going to hold that feeling that you just had, all those feelings, that everything has already happened and it already came through, and the feeling of how good that felt. And this is going to stay there until you permanently integrate it within yourself, until you truly embody that. And that could be tomorrow, or it could be, 5 years from now. There's no time. It's going to be different for everybody. But just know that that's there. You can access it anytime you want again and bring it up. But just know that it's filling you up and it'll be there integrating. And it's always there for you. You can tap into these feelings anytime you want. And doing this exercise on your own can help greatly, because then it takes your thoughts out of it, and pretty much everything else that you've been working to manifest, you just focus on the feeling of it already happened and not worrying about the visuals or the thoughts and all of that stuff with it. And now at this point, we're going to bring your attention back to inside the pyramid that we started in. And now we're going to end the meditation and give you about 20 minutes on your own, because now we're going to hold the actual group energy and pyramid, and all the beings are still here and they're still present. So now you're going to have 20 minutes or however long you want to explore on your own, tap back into it, meditate, see what insights you get, feelings, thoughts, images. See if somebody takes you somewhere, you meet a guide or your higher self. Really want to give everybody time to really sit with that and see what happens and experience that for themselves. So do that now, and then we'll talk in a little bit. And for those listening to the recording, this will be the end of the recording, but go ahead and stay in it as long as you need.